Know what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna call me crazy because I'm letting y'all know how crazy the Rihanna and A$AP Rocky story really is. Don't nobody want to be around them no more. She got people shooting at her. That's how you know the money gotta be funny. Especially when the security guards didn't bust back. They must not be getting paid. They not trying to do their job. The rumor is the girl that shot at Rihanna is the daughter of the landlady. Rihanna ain't been paying her rent. This allegedly. Now her and A$AP Rocky in and out them motels, got roaches eating at their face, had to leave the kids with family members and things. What they been doing with their money? Did they ever have money? Or was it a front all along? That's what we got to talk about on The Quiet Storm. Oh man, y'all don't understand. These celebrities ain't got it like how y'all think they got it. They be squatting in Beverly Hills. People want them to come up out their houses. And if you got to run up and pull a drive-by just to get somebody to move, that's what these landlords feel like they got to do in this economy. Listen at this.
Bags packed, her team surrounding her. Rihanna made her escape from Beverly Hills just hours after this woman allegedly shot up her home with an AR-15 style weapon.
Shooting just occurred, 10 gunshots fired from the vehicle.
TMZ with the new video of Rihanna's motorcade leaving her 90210 neighborhood.
One second.
A caravan of cars with blacked out windows heading down the street. Then Riri and her entourage spotted around 3:30 yesterday at the Van Nuys, California airport.
Ooh, they had to get the hell on, y'all. They had to go. They wasn't allowed there no more. They had to get out of town. Cause the money all the way funny. She gonna have to wind up suing Jay-Z the same way Cassie sued Diddy just to get 20 million or so. A$AP Rocky ain't had a hit in I don't know how long. He waiting for Rihanna to come home with the groceries. Now they had to get out of town, living in them motels and them hotels. What she gonna do? Y'all think she gonna come back with an album? She gonna get a BBL, take some of that juice out her neck and her arms, and put it into her backside and come back out and go platinum? Is that what y'all expecting from Rihanna? Because if that's so, y'all might as well stop dreaming. Them days done came and went. Pond the River done dried up. And she got to figure out how to make some bread. She better open a Caribbean restaurant in her honor. Turn herself into Chiquita Banana. Put a Cardi B drink on the menu. That's the only way it's gonna get back popping. Only if she build her restaurant in Atlanta. Nowhere else in the world gonna be willing to pay for foolishness. She could open up a restaurant right next to the Slutty Vegan. And when them hoes get off work with their kids, they could all go get a slutty shake, a slutty burger with some slutty fries. If she don't figure it out now, them people at the hotel gonna be shooting at the door, trying to get her up out of there for not paying. All the extended stays in America talking about they booked because they heard Rihanna might come knocking at the door. This the saddest way to go out. This the end of the movie Blow, y'all. This the end. They out there with them 1990 jumpsuits on, sneakers leaning to the side. The Goodwill in Beverly Hills usually sells some nice stuff. If her finances are as bad as people are alleging they are, Rihanna gonna have to move back to Barbados in a hut and pray that it's a coconut tree somewhere nearby. And I hope this is not the case. These are rumors, allegations, and speculations. But one thing for sure, they had to get up out that house. Look.
One second.
A caravan of cars with blacked out windows heading down the street. Then Riri and her entourage spotted around 3:30 yesterday at the Van Nuys, California airport, getting ready to board this private jet.
I believe the shots came from across the street.
The accused shooter, Ivana Ortiz.
Hold on, wait a minute. I know that ain't the plane they was about to get on. That's a big back plane. That thing old school. Ain't even got a toilet or got a porta potty on the plane. Where did they get that from? That was MC Hammer plane. They promised to never fly it again. That budget must be all fucked up. Look at her plane. It looked like the first plane The first private plane ever built in the U.S. Still got the pins and stripes on it. Oh, man. Somebody loan her some money. Lay down the mat so she could have a decent place to stay. Lord, I hope these rumors ain't true.
Jet.
I believe the shots came from across the street.
The accused shooter, Ivana Ortiz, seen here on Facebook, is still locked up behind bars, held on a $10 million plus bail after being booked for attempted murder. Today, a source tells people the incident was terrifying for Rihanna. She doesn't understand why someone would target her family.
The way that Rihanna wants to kill me, she's the one who wants to kill me.
That's Ortiz 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's her 2 months ago, but imagine her 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever the case. Imagine what type of baddie she was back in the day when Rihanna was out there lurking. Imagine her coming up in the club with that stardust makeup all over her face in a glittering dress. Imagine Rihanna's excitement when she seen this woman come through the door 5, 10 years ago. Imagine how much money she done tricked off. Look at her water machine. A water machine, a smoothie machine, a blender. It made milkshakes. Who you think bought that? Now that she ain't a plaything no more. She all into her Bible. She believing in the Lord. She trying to change her ways. Rihanna not trying to let go. It was a lust, allegedly, that turned deadly. Because there's women out there that will make friends with another woman and that friendship be too friendly. Before you know it, they crying and sobbing about their boyfriend, how he ain't this and how he ain't that. And girl, you don't need him. I ain't need Craig. We don't need no man. All we need is each other. Next thing you know, I ain't even trying to get into the details of this, but she a bad motherfucker right there. And you know them girls in jail all over her. They don't never want her to leave. They don't never want her to go. She might as well shave that head bald, get a 6-pack and tattoos. That's the only way she gonna be able to survive it. But me personally, I think that this woman in Rihanna allegedly had something that turned into something deadly. Now that Rihanna moved on and had kids. For the people out there that think I'm just making this stuff up and it's just the way I be talking online, let me give y'all an example of what I'm talking about. Reggie, set that up. Because I'm tired of people thinking that I get on here just to spread fake news. Y'all know damn well Rihanna ain't in no Motel 6. But the rumors are spreading online. Look at this. Y'all gonna learn today. Reggie, go on play that.
Castle Hill, shout out and all that. But true stills, you know what I mean? Real talk, I know Remy Ma and all that.
Okay, you said you know her, and basically, what is it that you want to let the viewers know about what you know about Remy Ma and what went down?
I just want to let y'all know out there that, you feel me? Remy, first off, I love you, baby. You feel me? I'm so glad of your success and all that. You made it, baby. You know that. You feel me? You super fly. But I just have something to say. I just wanted to let it off my chest, let it off my back, and boom. I used to fuck with her straight off. I know her. Used to chill with her, smoke with her, drink, pop bottles, burn L's and all that. You feel me? I dead ass no lie. This is not a stunt. You feel me? I'm not motherfucking. What's that nigga that do the stunts? The nigga on the.
Just in case y'all don't know what's going on, look at that there. Look what that say. That's Nicki Minaj, y'all. Talking about her relationship with Remy Ma back in the day. And how her and Remy used to pop bottles, get drunk, laid up in the bed, doing whatever. Spending them rainy weekends together, high. That's what she said. This Nicki Minaj, that's what they saying online, man. Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma had a relationship before they became famous. And Remy Ma was into Nicki Minaj because she looked like this back in the day. So when I tell y'all that this young lady and Rihanna allegedly, possibly had a relationship the same way people claiming Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma had a relationship, then hell, anything is possible.
Holding the praying woman's journal in her hand and spewing scary, unhinged messages towards the pop superstar.
Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. Yes.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. She said when Remy Ma gone, or Rihanna, nigga, make up your mind. Hold on, cut the music off. I'm getting a little confused. She said when Rihanna dead, that's when she gonna be able to rock out and do her own thing. That's when she gonna be able to chill. And a lot of people feel like people in their life need to go. A lot of people waiting on their daddy or somebody in their family to go so they could finally relax, to get rid of all of the scrutiny, all of the help, all of the negative energy. Somebody in your life draining your battery and you know who they is. And you figure when they finally lay to rest, then maybe you will be able to shine like the diamond that you was intended to be. And that's what she got going on with Rihanna. How long their relationship been going on? Did she meet her at the Carabana? I could see that. Either way, she feel like Rihanna is an energy vampire. There's people out there listening right now that got people just like that in their life. And you would let them go. You think it's a benefit to keep them around, but the truth is, you the benefit for them. She couldn't take another fucking day. She figured if Rihanna was gone, that's when she finally gonna hit the lottery. She took it upon herself to put an end to the madness. She pulled up, leaned out the window. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. You would have thought she was from Compton, and she probably is. They put some white duct tape all over the doors. Now them people in Hollywood don't know what they gonna do. They said Robert De Niro got on the plane and moved up out of the country. Danny DeVito afraid to walk his dogs. Halle Berry scared, ain't left her house in a week. You got a lot of old money out there. Morgan Freeman was supposed to go get the surgery to remove the moles from his face. He done canceled twice because they said they out there shooting in Beverly Hills. Eddie Murphy under the blanket naked, doing his best Nutty Professor impersonations. People trying to entertain themselves because they don't know what's waiting for them on the outside. Fans going crazy. People they may have slept with years ago come back with another hunch. Like I said, man, we're about to be discussing all of this stuff, information you probably didn't want to hear. But since it's exclusive, somebody got to do it. It might as well be me. Y'all got to listen at this, because when I heard this part, oh Lord, it really blew my mind.
Florida woman is facing attempted murder and multiple firearms charges after police say she fired a rifle at the Los Angeles home of Grammy-winning singer Rihanna.
L.A. County District Attorney Nathan Hochman announced the charges a short time ago. KTLA's Jillian Smuckler joins us live in downtown L.A. with the very latest. Jillian.
Hi, Sharon, Micah. Yeah, a lot of new developments outside the courtroom today. What I can tell you is that Florida woman you just mentioned, she's officially been charged with attempted murder. And the judge today said Rihanna was home with her 3 children, along with her partner, A$AP Rocky, when that shooting happened. Now today, 35-year-old Ivana Ortiz was charged with 1 count of attempted murder, 10 counts of assault on a person with a semi-automatic firearm, and 3 counts of shooting at an inhabited vehicle or dwelling. 14 felony counts in total. Investigators say Ortiz drove up to the home Sunday afternoon and fired a semi-automatic rifle multiple times toward the house. Police say 10 people were on the property at the time, again, including Rihanna, her partner, and their 3 children.
Damn, man, she got that look on her face like she's still not satisfied. That picture in the middle looked like, if y'all let me out of here, I'm going right back to finish the job. Y'all don't know about her uncle, her cousin. That's who they really need to investigate. Who her family members, man? Who she tied into that got her acting like she wanted to live the vida loca for the rest of her life. But one thing for sure, like I said on my other video, y'all got to see this, man, because this is what's going to determine her fate. Get it together. This is what's going to determine rather if she go to jail or if she go home. Now, if she show up to court looking like Paris Hilton, they gonna let her ass go. Because the privilege is already intact. I ain't trying to make this about race. I'm making this about beauty and standard. And that's the American way. If she show up to court looking anything similar to this, if she show up looking like she got money, she better borrow some makeup from somebody before she go to her next court hearing. Because if she don't, she gonna be dead in the water. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Look at the news people. When they speak on Remy Ma or Lil Kim or somebody like that, they don't even show up to work. They let Twanda or somebody handle the news broadcasting on them days. But look who they got. You ain't seen nobody this decent report the news on any ghetto select. They wouldn't let her speak on no Kodak Black. They wouldn't bring her up there. She probably wouldn't show up to work if they had her talking about Lil Yachty or somebody. Or Tokyo Tony and Black China. You think she trying to cover that? The Rihanna story is more appealing. And plus, the shooter, she ain't too bad looking her damn self. So this like being a part of the Kim Kardashian trial. And they all lined up ready to go. Look at the judge. Man, Paula Dean must be providing the lunch for the recess in the court or something. You would have thought Rihanna was a country singer. They usually don't deal with hip-hop fiascos and things like that. Look at the snooty brother they got. He ain't heard a rap song since 2 Live Crew back in the day. And the reason why he stopped listening to it is because his mama was the one twerking. He despised black culture. But he showed up for this trial because he knows some sexy attractions going on. Look at the lawyer. Clean cut, 50 Shades of Gray. Hold on, get that lawyer real good. Look at him, man. He got money. He pull up in the Mercedes Benz one day. He got a Benz and everything. He eating good steaks, tequila. Y'all know it's steakhouses where only lawyers and bigwigs and stuff go to. He up in there on the top floor every Friday night with another broad, allegedly. He clean cut, and he ain't doing no Dougie Fresh trials or nothing like that. He ain't trying to do no ratchet hip-hop foolishness. And it ain't got nothing to do with Rihanna. It got everything to do with this young lady right here. I promise y'all, they gonna let her walk. She show up in there looking like new money. She a bad girl. They'll let Diddy out and give her community service for being a bad girl. If she showed up looking like Perry, but that's Negro here, no there. I think I made my case as far as that go. Let's move on because there's more news we got to get into. I hope y'all enjoying y'all Wednesday. There's a lot of news we about to be breaking into, but for right now, we got to get into this.
Back out to Los Angeles, getting the feedback of the DA, Hochman, talking about the shooting at Rihanna's house and the attempted murder charges now against the suspect. Let's listen in.
As residents, there's a Airstream camper in which 2 individuals were located, as well as a house on that property, and then there was the neighboring property. That is why there are 3 felony counts of shooting at an inhabited dwelling or camper. What happened after Miss Ortiz shot at these various residences and people is that she then traveled through Beverly Hills, eventually ending up in Sherman Oaks. And then at that point, within hours, she was arrested. I very much want to appreciate and publicly thank both the Los Angeles Police Department and the Beverly Hills Police Department for their very quick, timely, and prompt actions leading to the arrest of Miss Ortiz on these charges. Miss Ortiz, if and when convicted of these charges, is facing up to life in state prison.
Oh, Lord. I didn't know. Wait a minute. Did he say life? They gonna do that to Miss Ortiz? Give her another chance. Magic City hiring, man. She could change her life around. Y'all ain't gotta throw her away like that. She still got juice. They talking about throwing her in the trash? Oh, hell no. What? For all the brothers listening, we need to sign a petition or something like that. Take her gun license. Put her under heavy surveillance. I do the surveillancing, man. Y'all ain't got to throw her away. God dang. That lets you know that people in Hollywood is fed up with these crazy, deranged fans. There's no telling what they have to go through. I'm pretty sure when they go shopping, they could feel it coming on. They could notice a person staring at them before you know it. Excuse me, my name is Jane, and I love your movie, especially the scene where the boat started to sink. That's when me and my mother started to cry. Here's a picture of my dog. He loves your movies too. That scene where you bark, he barks. They gotta be going insane in their brain. And you figure you gotta be a decent person when you dealing with people as a celebrity, but I'm pretty sure some of them days they just turn it all the way off. You find your favorite celebrity, when you go to give them eye contact, they pupils, they whole eyeball black. They might just want to let the demon out every now and then. That's a lot of containing. Imagine all of the restraint you have to have as a celebrity. That's why they parties be so wild. They've been pent up, holding back, biting their tongue. When it's time for them to do them, before you know it, it's Sodom and Gomorrah. I ain't saying it's right, but when you got crazy people like this out there, that you probably done slept with, and they still hell-bent on living your life because they don't synced it. That's why it's not good to bring people around your space, especially when you're doing well, because they're not happy for you. They want your life for them, and they're going to stick around until they could finally get whatever it took for you to get what you got. They want it to work for them. They want your mojo swag. And that's exactly the signs that this woman is displaying when it comes to Rihanna. Look.
Woman accused of shooting at Rihanna's home remains behind bars this morning, facing an attempted murder charge.
Gigi Granciette is live.
All of the baddies in the news industry want to get up on this Rihanna news. I done seen enough. She looking like she just left the gym, just left the salad bar, and came to work. He know what's going on. She ain't been to work all month until it came time to talk about this woman right here, man. They all doing it. Putting on their best. They want to be a part of the sexy while Rihanna allegedly sleeping in them hotel rooms. I don't like it. Somebody need to get her a blow-up mattress or something so she don't have to be subjected to allegedly staying in these hotels and things. Look at this picture right here, man. Now, this is Rihanna and A$AP leaving the alleged motel. As you can see, she looks very uncomfortable. She been eating since the incident, so she put that scarf around her neck just so the fans wouldn't have nothing to talk about. As you can see, A$AP Rocky, he tuned out. He don't want to hear nothing she got to say. She been passing gas in public, allegedly, at grocery stores. These are rumors. But when you get older, when you turn to auntie status, you stop caring about things like how you used to care about things. Rihanna is a Pisces. So either way it goes, she gonna try to maintain her peace even at the expense of somebody else. Because her survival is more important. If she got to sleep in the hotel, motel, then so be it. She going to be all right as long as she got some Cheez-Its. A$AP Rocky, on the other hand, this not what he signed up for. He figured he could get all the free clothes. Since Rihanna is a part of the fashion industry, people send her stuff, all different types of designer clothes. So when you see her, she fly. It ain't like she had to pay for it. Them people want her to sponsor their brand. So when she step out, and they see her in the designer clothes or whatever, the fans will say, hey, I need that scarf. I need that jacket. I need that shirt because I seen Rihanna with it. Or them shoes and them pants and that jacket may look stupid, but I seen A$AP Rocky with it, so I'm going to go out there and spend the $1,200, $2,500 or whatever because I seen my favorite celebrity with it, not understanding that these people get this stuff for free. And you would too if these companies felt like you was an asset instead of a liability. But that's Negro here nor there. They be dead broke a lot of the times. I ain't saying this about Rihanna. I don't know her financial situation. I highly doubt if she's living and sleeping in the motel, but you would be surprised. People ain't expect for Dwight Howard to be smoking crack. People thought him and his wife was living their best life. Every time you seen them, all you seen was their big ass teeth, smiling, enjoying themselves, looking like twins. Look. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Me personally, I feel like she was the crackhead. And him, I see crack in his eyes too. I think they both was on dope. They probably got a couple of lines, some bumps, and whatever that is right there. Her chest look like she be freebasing. His other baby mama, she cracked out too. Just because they famous don't mean nothing. They say Jay-Z and Beyonce broke. I don't know how that could be, but anything is possible, especially when you in a system to where you're being exploited. And a lot of black entertainers, regardless of what they do, they're in a situation to where they have to constantly keep being exploited. Look. Jay-Z is relatively a nice guy, according to a lot of people. I know people that met Jay-Z. They say he's calm. He's a decent man and everything. Very mild-mannered. That's why he had to have Dame Dash to put some fire behind his career. Because he's so laid back. He's so damn cool. He wouldn't have been able to pull off them business deals and them meetings to get started. But once he got started, he been rolling like a rock. Because he's more enjoyable, more relatable. People feel more comfortable doing business with him over Dame Dash. So Dame Dash's personality and his demeanor is what catapulted Jay-Z to billionaire status. Because if people had to choose, of course they're going to choose him. But the point I'm trying to make is, when the system is using you, they exploited him in ways to where they made him a drug lord, a kingpin. He started out like he was a mob guy. He's still calling himself Lucky Luciana and stuff like that. Inevitably, he's going to have to take a fall because that's the storyline of the character that they put out for him. They want to make him notorious like Notorious B.I.G. Fatten him up for the slaughter. Now, the way he can maneuver this and maneuver this is by being a married man with kids. That's the smartest thing he ever did. If Diddy would have did that, he would have been all right. Rihanna tried to do that with A$AP Rocky. I'm pretty sure she took advice from her mentor. The only way you could save your ass and your assets is if you become a decent person, at least to the public, become married and have kids and get somewhere and sit your behind down. That way you will be able to maintain the money. So what did Rihanna do? She pulled the Jay-Z, Beyonce with A$AP Rocky. Okay, now let's talk about this dynamic for a little bit before we get to her financial situation. And let me pull up this before we dive even deeper into it because it's going to be pretty deep. Put on some rain. Look. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all tuned in? All right, let's get to it. Let's talk about it. Listen when I tell you that Rihanna was the first Megan Thee Stallion. She was the first one to ever shut a brother down, rile a brother up just to shut a brother down, play a brother. This the thing, y'all. Let me get this together. Y'all hit that like button. Somebody gotta tell it. Okay, let's talk about it. When these two kids first hit the scene, Chris Brown was the people's choice. Chris Brown was next in line to be the next Michael Jackson. Rihanna was cool, but she's from Barbados. She from a whole, people enjoy her music on some, who was popping at the time? Just Give Me the Light and Pastor Dro. What was his name? Sean Paul was popping. Sean Paul created a lane for Rihanna. Look. And it gets deeper than that. Not only did Sean Paul create a lane for Rihanna, but Rihanna was put in place to subdue Sean Paul, to phase his career out, because Sean Paul had a relationship with Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't like it. They had a hot relationship. Baby boy, you been on my mind to fill my fantasies. Baby boy, you been on my mind to take me off the breeze. And that song was full of passion. It sounded like they was in the studio getting busy. That was some of Beyonce's best work. That song was slapping. And Jay-Z knew he couldn't bring no fire like that. And Sean Paul was on his way to be one of the greatest dance hall artists of all times, until Rihanna came into the place via Jay-Z to sap up all his shine. But they had another problem. This boy Chris Brown was bad. But he was with his own program and wasn't trying to feed into their program. If Chris Brown would have got, same thing with Tory Lanez, y'all. If Tory Lanez would have rolled with The Rock, he wouldn't be having the problems that he's having. So what did they do? They eliminated Tory Lanez the same way they did Chris Brown with Rihanna. She was pushing his buttons for months, because in order for her to be where she at, to have the hits and to have all that stuff, she had to step over Chris. He was the people's choice. When he did what he did, she became the people's choice. People outcasted him and gave her his praises and his accolades. His talent became her talent. People turned off his music and turned on her music out of respect for what he did. He threw it all away, but he didn't know that he was being played. Rihanna, let's do it like this, because I ain't trying to make it seem like she the villain. She the victim because her house got shot up, but y'all got to understand something about Rihanna, and I'm going to try to help y'all understand it. Look, let's get this together. Hit that like button for me. Y'all see me over here working hard with this information, because, you know, it get a lot deeper. It get a lot deeper than people think it is.
Rihanna's life growing up in Barbados was a little bit different than her celeb life in LA. How different? Well, she's seen things most of us have only seen in horror movies. Think you know what we're talking about? Creeping in at number 9. Rihanna has attended multiple exorcisms. Rihanna's childhood...
Multiple exorcism, y'all. Multiple. Not one, not two. She attended multiple exorcisms in Barbados when she was a child. Now, the question is, I seen the Exorcist movies. I seen them. I seen The Conjuring. And a lot of times, when them things leave somebody, when them demons leave somebody, they enter into somebody. And there's allegations that it entered into Rihanna. And everywhere she go, people she come across, they start acting unusual. They start having strange behavior. They start being demonic. And when you hear about what happened with Chris Brown, she said he was biting, kicking, and scratching. He turned into an animal. He couldn't contain himself. That wouldn't be the first time she been around somebody or her energy made somebody act like that. And when it comes to this young lady, people want to call her crazy. They want to say she lost her mind and she blacked out. She went over there shooting like she was in a Rambo movie. But when you connect the dots and you see things for what they are, and how these people in this entertainment industry always making somebody lose character. Megan had people shooting at her feet. Now Rihanna got people shooting at her house. Lord have mercy. I can't take it. I'm gonna have to go ahead and let it go It sounds like it's another Rihanna TKO on the Quiet Storm. Lord. Shooting at her feet. I gotta see what's going on over
Now,
here,
Rihanna,
man. Get it together. Get it together, Reggie. What's going on, man? We got all these people in the building showing me love. Y'all got me feeling like $1 million over here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Everybody watching. Let me know y'all in the building so I can show y'all some love. Oh, man. We ain't done yet. We got more stuff to break down. And this conversation gonna keep on getting deeper and deeper and better. All y'all gotta do is stay tuned. Leave them comments, hit that like, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go ahead and get back into the Quiet Storm.
The Florida woman accused of shooting at Rihanna's home remains behind bars this morning, facing an attempted murder charge.
Gigi Graciette is live in Beverly Crest now with the latest developments on this case. Gigi.
Good morning. Yes, we're learning much more from the district attorney after Ivana Ortiz was in court yesterday. Take a look. The judge did not allow media to record or show her images, but the 35-year-old from Orlando, Florida, seen here in several mugshots from previous arrests related to domestic violence in Florida, has now been formally charged after police say she opened fire on the home of Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Prosecutors filing 1 count of attempted murder along with 10 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 3 felony counts of shooting at inhabited dwellings in addition to gun enhancements. LAPD had presented a case of 10 counts of attempted murder, but the district attorney chose to charge her instead with only 1 count, along with 10 counts of assault as the more appropriate charges. And take a look at this, because the DA confirmed that at least 2 of the bullets fired at Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's home hit an Airstream Taylor that was parked outside the home but behind the home's gate. The district attorney confirming that both Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were inside the Airstream.
There's some evil dwellings going on around. I could see it, man. They got some bad energy going on over there. I can tell. Rihanna grandmama had to come get the kids. Had to come all the way up from Barbados just to come get the kids. Where Riri at? What she done? People want explanations. How did it get too bad? How did it get so bad? And who the hell is this girl, man? I know she was invited to them parties. There's VIP sections for a reason. And she could have definitely got up in the VIP with plenty of celebrities. If she looked like that on a down day and she ain't even trying, the hair all over the place, ain't got no makeup on, and would still make you leave your old lady for her if you had the opportunity. A lot of y'all women out there leave y'all man to see what's going on with her, to do a dinner date or something. If she was in your phone, you would be responding to her texts before your mom and them texts. Male or female, I don't give a damn who you is. If you had this in if this was one of your contacts, to hell with the barbecue. She looks so good, make you want to slap your mama. And just imagine Rihanna, where she come from, her background and how she was raised, and she see a woman like this all on her sack. Hey, man, anything is possible. Look at this.
Outside the home, but behind the home's gate. The district attorney confirming that both Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were inside the Airstream at the time of the shooting. Certainly a close call for both of them. While inside the home, the couple's 3 children, along with Rihanna's mother and 2 staff members. Prosecutors also said that they're continuing to review online social media posts made by Ortiz in which she references Rihanna multiple times.
I'm fighting with the devil himself. And that's why you got Rihanna over there all jealous. Because how am I, because her faith is the devil. Rihanna's faith is the devil, okay? I don't like her, and she's always trying to steal from me.
Shit, I don't know, y'all. I'm take a little bit of time to figure this out, cause hey, I ain't trying to. I don't know what to say, but matter of fact, let me just do the work. Let me just do the work. I have to see it for myself, man. Hold on. I don't like doing stuff like this. But is it as bad as she say it is? Is it really that bad? Is there deception there? Do y'all see it? Would you trust her? Would you trust her story? If she had something to say about you, would you trust her testimony with the law? Is there deceit there? Do you see a trustworthy person looking back at you? That girl said her face is the face of the devil. I don't want to believe that about nobody. But that's what she said about Riri. I don't know. That's a lot of photoshopping. Hold on, we got to get a regular picture, man. Her without the makeup. Put in Riri with no makeup. I got to look into the soul to get a better understanding. Hold on, wait a minute now. Oh no. Shit. Take your ass get back on the plane. I ain't never going back to Barbados. Yeah. Some ain't. Look like she'll talk about your ass real bad, don't she? She look like she'd say something to hurt your feeling. And when you crying, that's when she get to chuckling. Oh no, what the hell going on? Shit. Eating all that turtle meat in the Caribbeans and stuff. They could put that turtle on the grill. Before you know it, you ain't coming out your shell for a while. Oh, have mercy. Oh, no, they ain't try to put her with the beige gang. She remind me of them girls from Connecticut that carry them razors in their purses. Matter of fact, the girl she remind me of don't even carry purses. You try one of them girls in Connecticut real bad, and they get to snapping and slashing that razor. I seen it. What if she was never from the Caribbean? What if that was the selling point for her to make Caribbean music? What if her ass really from Connecticut somewhere? And her family got family in Barbados? Because you know they will jazz up a career to make you exotic even when you're not. Because I don't see it. Jill Scott got illegitimate kids running around here, man. She might be from Philadelphia. Mama Riri. Like I said, she better open up a restaurant or something, put her face on some seasoning or something. Because I'll definitely go eat at Riri's, depending on what they got on the menu. The plantains, the empanadas, cassava, do it, man. What's she waiting on? I like when the Caribbean people, they put them onions with them peppers and things. What they call that? Look. Caribbean. I need to figure it out. Onions. Hold on. And peppers. Because what they do to that stuff, it be good. I'm talking about the one in the jar. In jar. Let me see. Yeah, that's what it is. What they call that? Because they do that stuff real good. It's called escovitch sauce, pickled vegetables. Oh man, it's the best. You put that on the side or whatever, add them pickled vegetables on it. Oh Lord, with the rice with the beans, put some hot sauce on it. Oh no. Hey, Riri, if you're trying to get out that hotel allegedly, that motel allegedly, then maybe you need to get in the game. Jamaican hot pepper pickle. Oh, Lord have mercy. That get the weekend starting on the Monday. Caribbean seasonings and stuff. How come Americans don't do stuff like that? All we know is macaroni and cheese. Congested like a mother, heart failure, heart disease, everything. We need to get with them peppers, man. Maybe Rihanna could lead the way. That's all I'm saying. Or if they let her little friend out of jail, give her a second chance. Take the gun out her hand and put a spatula up in it. I believe in second chances, man. She could do right. They probably need to send her to a whole nother country. Tell Trump about it and send her to get her on the plane and send her back to wherever she come from. You know. Look, there go another bad one. Didn't I tell y'all all of the news ladies want to get on top of this? I don't know what this gonna turn into. He wish he could. And if he would, but he can't. And that's why he mad. That old ass suit, she ain't even studying that man. She trying to get to talking about this woman right here, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, they gonna make this,
shot up her home.
They gonna make it sexy before they make it into something violent. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. We gonna get back to that. I know I'm all over the place, but look. I keep calling Rihanna Cardi B and Cardi B Rihanna. Look. I need to see this for what it is, man. Because she looked better than her, the victim in the situation. They might put Rihanna in jail and let this woman walk. They might find probable cause based on, they're going to find some text messages between this woman and Rihanna and give her a probable cause and send her to a rehab center or something to get her reformed. The way they covering the case, usually it wouldn't drag on this long if it was somebody else. And y'all know what I'm talking about. If it was Tasha K that did the drive-by on Rihanna's house, then they would probably cover it while she's serving life in jail. That'd be the big story. They act like they trying to figure out what they gonna do with the situation. Look. Alleged Rihanna shooter facing life behind bars after attempted murder. Show the shooter. Look, she ain't going to jail. Oh, don't get her on the screen right. Why they doing this? She ain't going. I promise y'all she not. Bullet holes or no. She got trophies. She's accomplished and everything. This ain't no regular chick off the street. She come from money. Best believe that. To even be in Beverly Hills, to know where these people stay at, her parents, her people got some bread. She's somebody fairy little princess, and they want to bring her home. And that's why they set the bail so damn high, because they know she got people within her circle that could foot the bill. Will they reveal who her millionaire, billionaire parents or whoever she connected to? No, because that will further the plot. So people to see that there is an industry of people, of individuals that use and manipulate people all the time. This woman said Rihanna used and manipulated her fans. I could see that, because when you listen to the music afterward, you feel drained. You thinking is giving you the reverse effect. People listen to that music when they in the gym, they go jogging and all that, and don't get no results. And even if they do, it turn them into an evil person just by soaking in that energy. Not all the time, but a lot of times. They've been putting subliminal messages in music since, I don't know, since music first started being recorded. So you can't take what she's saying and make it seem like she don't know what she's talking about. Okay, we're going to do this real quick, and we're going to keep it moving. All right, y'all listening? Here we go.
Coming after the Orange County School Board unanimously voted to shut those schools down. I'm Michelle in Parado.
And I'm Jesse Pagan. We want to get you some more on this. They include Bonneville, Chickasaw, Eccleston, McCoy, Meadowwoods, and Orlo Vista Elementary Schools, as well as Union Park Middle School.
Those students are now being rezoned to different schools in the district. West 2's Haley Crumblehome is live after being in that meeting and hearing from parents tonight. Haley.
schools officially closing? Is it because they can't fund the schools? Or is it because of Rihanna shooting that they closing the school? Why in the world are they need more schools than ever. All of those schools are closing? Oh, man.
So that meeting just wrapped up behind me here in the last few hours, and those parents I talked to, they say they're upset, their kids are upset, and this change is all set to start next school year. Now, the district has said that the reason for these closures is low enrollment, but with low enrollment projected to continue, there's a chance that this discussion around closing schools may not be over.
This is very disappointing and a very sad point in time.
That's how the chair of the Orange County School Board started the discussion to close 6 elementary schools and 1 middle school in the district. The vote to consolidate all 7 into other schools was unanimous.
It was hard to watch because just it seemed like it was so easy.
No. See, the parents need to quit turning these schools into daycare centers. That's the reason why they shutting them down. Who providing all that free daycare? Y'all ain't sending y'all kids to school to learn. You just want to drop them off so you can go do what you got to do. The gig is up. They gonna make people homeschool their kids or figure it out on the tablet. That's what's gonna happen. You better have a good laptop. It's gonna be mandatory to have a computer in the home for schooling. Ain't no more free lunch. Ain't no more buses, none of that. If you had a child, you got to figure it out. And if your child is uneducated, that is your problem as a parent. That's the direction we headed in. They tired of footing the bill for people that really don't give a damn about education, or kids show up feeling they already educated because they had the 1, 2, 3 app when they was 3 years old. They had the ABC app on the tablet when they was 2 years old. Now they show up thinking they know everything, ain't trying to listen, ain't trying to take no advice, ain't trying to do none of that. They computer simulated. So they figuring, hell, let the computers do the job. So as a parent, you better set up a nice computer station, education, a learning center in your own home for your kids. And when it's lunchtime, you better have some Hot Pockets in the deep freezer, or some ramen noodles, or some bread, eat a cheese sandwich, boil some hot dogs or something for the kids, bust out some Spam, scramble up some eggs with them Vienna sausages for lunchtime. Y'all gonna have to figure it out. Them school districts do a whole lot for them kids, and they're underappreciated. Teachers ain't getting paid, babysitting 30 kids at a time, 30 kids every hour on the hour. And then when the teacher want to get a lunch break, here come them kids knocking at the classroom door, holding their lunch because they want to eat their food in the classroom with the teacher. She can't even catch a break. It's messed up, man. They about to pull a plug on all of that. And besides, it's some AI that could teach better than a teacher could ever teach. There's some programs out there that'll turn your child to a genius while your teacher don't even know basic math and multiplication. All the bad thotty teachers coming into the schools. What about the teacher thoughts? Kids can't even concentrate because Miss Janie up there with that booty jiggling on the chalkboard. What about the teachers fresh out of high school wind up going back to the school to be the teacher? Now they the big kid in the school. What about them childish, immature ass teachers out there, man? That's still in high school, literally. They about to put a stop to all of that. All of it, man. Listen.
Amanda Weber streamed the meeting from home with her son, a second grader at one of the schools set to close, Bonneville Elementary, watching with her.
He was there when the vote was announced, and he immediately started bawling his eyes out. He was immediately crying. So he loves his school, and he loves being where he's at. And
students from the 7 schools will now be rezoned to other schools in the district. School board member Angie Gallo has 2 schools in her district now closing, Bonneville Elementary and Union Park Middle School. She felt the district had no other choice.
we would have done whatever we could to keep those schools open.
The district
should turn them into apartment complexes. That's all I can say. Turn them school into apartment complexes. That way Rihanna has somewhere to go. They said she living on the street. I don't believe the rumors. They say all different types of things about Riri. I refuse to believe that she living on the street with her kids, y'all. And I ain't trying to convince y'all to believe that neither. Keep in mind, people make up stuff all the time, and you ain't gotta believe it. Shout out to the people leaving them comments in the comment section. Y'all look so beautiful. Got members, Hummingbird, Vanjie Cook in the building. What's up? Mr. She done bought memberships. Shout out to the new members. Hummingbird, you the greatest. Lumasa Bryant done join the Satellites. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate y'all for being members, and I appreciate y'all for watching and listening to things. But let's wrap this up, because we gonna be back with more news about Rihanna and these allegations and these stories that people saying about her making up stuff on her. I really don't care for it. But like I've been stressing this whole video, this ain't just some random stranger. This ain't just no random person. In them neighborhoods, they have societies. And there's organizations and there's groups. And these celebrities have social lives outside of the entertainment business. And a lot of times they rule their kingdoms and their queendoms because of their celebrity status. Imagine how many people you had to curb because you got a nice car. Let you purchase something clean, fresh off the lot. Something prestigious. Let you get you a new Mercedes-Benz. And let somebody see you getting in and out that Mercedes-Benz. They might want to spark up a conversation with you. They might want to become a friend of yours, an acquaintance of yours. Whatever you got going on, they want it to go on for them. But in their minds, people create movies. And in that movie, you might become a victim in their mental projection of the situation they're placed into just by you having an acquaintance with the person. So see, in this situation, where it's decent, beyond decent, she could give Cardi B a run for her money if she act right, but somewhere mentally, she been used and abused and drained. Somebody been stealing her life force, and she understands and knows what's happening to her. She had to call on the Lord just to quit the vampirism. According to her, that was happening from Rihanna. There's people like that. They'll meet you and they'll steal your life force. They always want to talk about how beautiful you are. Whenever you got people complimenting you, talking about how beautiful you are, you could take it as a compliment. You could feel good about it or whatever, but keep in mind, them people are interested in your life force. When them compliments get out of hand, those people will rather be you. And if they can't be you, they would rather take whatever it is about you and claim it as their own by any means necessary. So for you women's out there getting all these compliments and things, that's one of the most dangerous things you could possibly get. Unless you have a wholeness within yourself. If you just out here willy-nilly and you ain't got no structure or no grounding, people gonna eat you alive. That's why a lot of very, very beautiful women, they're not standoffish. They don't have attitudes. They just understand their value and their worth. And the vampirism out there in the world. I'm pretty sure when she received her first compliment from Rihanna, she took it to heart. So much so to where she felt like, if you like my beauty, I got more to give. If this what you want, you want my essence, you want my swag, you want my power, you want my energy. Okay, Rihanna, we could play that game. As long as I could be your acquaintance, as long as I could be your friend, I ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. I ain't got Rihanna money. But there's something about me that Rihanna likes, so I'm going to go ahead with the flow. Hey, Rihanna, we cool? Before you know it, Rihanna got a tall glass of red stuff, and this woman could barely stand up, allegedly. I don't know the truth. These rumors. But this type of stuff happen all the time, man. All the time. How long I been on here? Okay. Got a little while left. I'm enjoying myself. I hope y'all enjoying yourselves too. Ain't nothing like some allegations and speculations on the Wednesday. Help you get over the hump. For you brothers out there on the drought, this is the best time of your life. Especially in the climate we living in. You safe for being on the drought. There's some brothers out there mad at themselves. I ain't got nobody. I ain't got no women. Ain't nobody calling. Ain't nobody texting. I ain't got no date. You ain't spending no money, fool. You ain't got to come out the pocket. You ain't got to be somewhere you don't want to be. You ain't got to meet somebody that you really don't want to meet. You ain't got to play the role of a fool. Thank God for your drought. You don't need all them hood boogers in your phone. Now you can focus on something worthwhile. Brothers out there mad because they ain't got women galore. You end up like this chick, doing drive-bys because somebody done stole your life force energy. Now you worthless. This woman about to be spending the rest of her life in jail. She took a penitentiary chance because she felt like her life wasn't even worth living because Rihanna been stealing all her energy. Somebody out there listening, going through the same thing. Whoever it is, you need to cut them off. I don't care if it's family, friends, dog, cat. Let them go if they drain your energy, man, because you going to have to come to a point to where you got to decide to eliminate the problem or let the problem eliminate you. I ain't saying she right for what she did, but that energy vampirism is real. Rihanna gonna have to change the way she living, man. When you got people saying things like this about you, it make you wonder. We seen her in some demonic situations. We seen the music video where she did some old twisted shit. Rihanna has watched several exorcisms. Seriously, she seen it with her own two eyes, man. This ain't no game. Get that out the way, man. They don't want me to tell the truth. She watched several of them things. Sat there with her popcorn and sat back and enjoyed the show. Rihanna has lived through a lot this year. But none of that compares to the exorcism she witnessed in the past. While chatting with DJ JoJo Wright, she recounts the demonic possession she says occurred several times in her childhood church. Someone would just get up screaming, spinning out of control. You can't control. It's like night and day, she reveals in an interview below, adding that people who experience this phenomenon will suddenly look different and have a completely different voice. Then she says it's actually happened in the house. That's the type of person you don't want to be around. She understands the mechanisms of what it takes to drive somebody fucking crazy. She understands the spiritual pressure points, the buttons that need to be pushed to make somebody lose their mind. And every time they do, she benefit while the other person lose. And that's in any situation in your life, exorcism or not. If you lose your cool, you automatically lost, even if during the moment you feel like you the champion of champions. When it's all said and done, you're a failure because you do not have the capacity to control your emotions. Rihanna could possibly be something sinister. I don't believe them rumors. But people sure enough out here talking. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section, baby. I'm confused because I love Rihanna. I'm going to keep on listening to her music and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And I suggest y'all do the same thing. Shout out to Hummingbird and all the members and all the people watching. Ain't got nothing but love for y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe. Reggie. What's up, man? We got to get ready to roll, dog, man. Okay, matter of fact, hand me my keys. We got to get out of here, man. Before that traffic hit. I ain't trying to be stuck